episode 52 of The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sakura, and I am The Beardcaster. Welcome to a podcast all about beards and mustaches, beard culture, and all the fun stuff that goes along with it. Hear the stories from the people and learn the tricks of the trade on how to grow and maintain your style with advice taken from our personal experiences. It's all about the facial hair lifestyle we live and our daily lives in the world around us and how we deal with life. So join me, Scott the Beardcaster, as I share the stories about these people and hear how they are using their facial hair to do great and fun things. Find me at thebeardcaster.com. You can hook up with me and all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. All of those. You can get hooked up to all those on thebeardcaster.com. You can also subscribe on Apple Podcasts if you are an ISO person, or if you are an Android person, I have links to Stitcher, iHeartRadio, many assorted different things. So just check out thebeardcaster.com for more information on how to get help. If you really need a lot of help, though, you can email me, Scott at thebeardcaster.com, and I'll hopefully be able to help you with something. If you're looking for products, I can help you out. If you're looking for advice, I can help you out. If you're looking for, something for sale, I might have something for sale. I don't know. You never know. Just ask, though. Just send me an email, Scott at thebeardcaster.com. All right, so today's episode was with Mr. Josh Kimm of the Hampton Roads Beard and Stache Society. Now, Josh and I were supposed to have met up in Detroit last week, and I believe he had some car issues, so we were not able to meet up one-on-one, so we had to do the traditional me at my house, him in his house, and we did Skype, so turned out pretty good, so I'm happy with it. But we talked about the Hampton Roads Beard and Stache Society and the inception of the club. We talked about the Whiskers of War in Whiskers of War 17, that would be this year's, in Virginia Beach. We talked about bearded stereotypes, which that was kind of fun because he had a couple really funny stories about that. And we talked about reasons why we hate mustaches and all the things that suck about it. So all these sorted foods and all that crap that get in there. So, and then we did spend a lot of time talking about Vetshouse, which is the charity that they're doing the competition for, and it's a charity to help the homeless veterans in the Hampton Roads area. So let's just dive right into this, and we'll take care of all the other fun stuff after the interview. So stick around and check it out. Ooh, that was my knuckle. That was nice. So let's just dive right into this because this is a good one. Josh is awesome. He's a good dude, big heart. When you see him, give him a hug and tell him it's from me. So, all right, see you on the backside. And action. So how you doing tonight?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I'm really excited to be talking to you.
Well, that's awesome. I'm excited to be talking to you, and that we couldn't make it happen in Detroit.
No, that's all right. I heard shit happened, and it's totally cool. You missed a really good time, though.
I know. I was like, I stayed in the group me all weekend, and I didn't look at it. Then I go in there because our group me's up and running for this weekend. I see that I missed 193 messages. I was like, I don't want to read them. I don't want to read about the good time that I missed.
A lot of the things I was posting were boobs, so
damn it.
That was the really awesome restaurant that we went to when we got there. Shaka and I were like, we got to get something to eat, and then we were like, there was a restaurant called Twin Peaks, and I was like, oh my god, I hope that is what that means.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was like a super deluxe version of Hooters.
Yeah, I've seen them on Undercover Boss, dude. I love Undercover Boss. They've been on there before.
Oh, yeah. So it was a very delightful place to go have a few beers and some, as I claimed, Zatchok is a 4-year-old because he got chicken fingers. He must be watching his weight.
Yeah, well, were they like fried or were they grilled? If he's watching his weight, he'd get some grilled ones.
No, they were deep fried.
Okay.
But he did have
Still
a water with it though, so.
Well, hey, you got to stay hydrated.
Yeah. And I had a few beers. So
once again, you have to stay hydrated.
I know. And one might say, and even he said to me, he's like, I don't think I've ever seen you that drunk at the end of a night. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry.
That was.
So you missed that too.
Yeah, that was like me at Beers Behind Bars, the pre-party, because they had the shuttle. And that bar that the pre-party was at, oh my God, it was just, there was beer pong and I was running the table the entire night. And it was just, it got to the point where it was someone who was at the comp, I guess it was their birthday Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who. And someone had brought a cake in.
Ooh.
And I had been playing beer pong, so I didn't know about this. And this was inside. So I go inside just wasted. Go get something to eat. I get up and Rachel and somebody were talking over by the cake. So I just walk over there and, I'm like standing there and I kind of like in the conversation. Now I see cakes and they're like, oh man, it's a freaking cake. Just snatch it up with my hand and just start eating it. It gets all in my beard. Ryan Gore standing there. Rachel goes, you got like cake in your beard. And Ryan Gore standing there. And Ryan Gore goes, I got you, bro. He just eats the cake out of my beard.
Oh my Lord.
And you should have, not many people saw us, but everyone who saw us was just completely like, what are those two idiots doing over there? And just freaked out.
Gee.
And we acted like nothing was wrong. Like that's what we do all the time. So.
Well, you probably do, but you just don't admit to it.
We just don't do it in public,
Jeez. So let's officially introduce Mr. Josh Kimm to the Beardcaster podcast. I'm watching a video of you right now, but So tell us. Well, besides, we already know who you are because I just told everyone your name. But where are you from, and what do you do?
I'm from Norfolk, Virginia.
When it comes to bearding, that is
bearding. So. From Norfolk, Virginia, grew up in Virginia Beach, which is, just one city over. It's collectively known with 5 other cities as Hampton Roads. So that's why my club is called the Hampton Roads Beard and Stache Society. In bearding, I am the president and co-founder of Hampton Roads Beard and Stache Society. Big things. So we're almost this 12/31 will be the 5th year that we are officially founded. So we're coming up on that pretty quick.
Did you say the 50th year?
5th year. I wish the 50th.
Jeez. It must be that the dialect between the North and the South. You were drawing your 5 out, so it sounded like 50.
Yeah. People all the time. People tell me I sound like I'm from up north too sometimes, which I don't get.
You do.
I do.
You don't sound like
strange.
You don't sound like you're down from the South. You sound like you're from up by me.
Yeah, well, what else was there? And then as far as being a competitor, I compete in the Donegal Whaler category, and that's about it. Bearding-wise, one of few. Actually, I don't want to say one of few here and there. After 5 years, I finally took 3 first places this year and have been literally everywhere, all around, up down the East Coast, Denver, Austin, and got some trophies along the way.
Man, you're a man about town. So three big wins for you this year. How does it feel? Do you feel as good as Aaron Johnston does? Because he's number 1 natural goatee in the world.
I don't know if I can feel as good as Aaron, but I will tell you when I won first place at Holy City this year, I'd gotten second the last 2 years. And when I won first place there, most everyone usually knows that I'm not a super excitable person.
Yeah.
And when I won that, I think that's the most excited I've ever been. And there's a good picture of me, kissing a trophy because I do these cup style trophies. And I was pumped. Like that's the one I've wanted. And I'm super happy I have it. And, next year I go back and try and defend, but that's an awesome competition. As long as they've been around, it's definitely was an honor to take first there.
Yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list of ones to go to next year. And in fact, Aaron keeps texting me all night long about what a loser I am because I'm not going to be down there this weekend. And I feel so terrible about it. And I wanted to go last year and I really wanted to go this year. And now I'm the guy that work's kind of getting in the way and I can't get the time off to do it. So unfortunately, I can't do it this year. So he's giving me shit about it because he wants me to come out after my number 1 win out of Detroit and come and take him on head on. But I think someone else will show up and give him a run for his money, I bet.
Well, maybe. I mean, he is the best in the world right now. Yeah. Sucks you can't come too, but you'll get down here one day. Maybe we'll make it worth your while to get down here next year. You never know.
Well, the funny part is the past 2 years, I've come like literally like a month before your competition. We've like Virginia Beach is like one of our favorite places to go for family vacation. I mean, it's a nice family friendly area where you can bring your bikes and ride down the boardwalk. And I mean, my wife loves it. The kid loves it. And we love going down there. I don't know if I've used the word love enough to describe your town yet.
I mean, Virginia is for lovers, so.
Oh, shit, I forgot that shirt and that bumper sticker.
Exactly.
Oh, man. So where did the whole idea of coming up with the Beard Club? I mean, you said you started it not 50 years ago, but 5 years ago. So was there not a club in your area?
So watching like a lot of these stories goes for clubs that are about our age, because we're not the oldest club. We're definitely not one of the younger ones. I think when we came around, there was not quite as many clubs as there are today. I would say there's probably half the number, maybe even a quarter of the number. So I kind of started, I watched the first season of Whisker Wars.
Oh, you know what that show's about?
I do, actually. I think it's about beards.
Yes, competitive bearding. It's about these guys. Yeah. They all get together and they go up in front of judges, and then the judges judge them, and then the judges pick whoever has the best beard, and then they go up on stage and they get awarded a trophy, and then there's a bunch of drama.
I mean, that's kind of how it turned out. But just kidding on drama. Just kidding on most of that, including the drama part. But
yes.
It kind of. I watched that show, watched the first season, didn't really think anything about it. Got the second season, and I was just kind of sitting there. I was like, this is a pretty populous area. The 7 cities, Hampton Roads collectively, over 1 million people. So I started digging around on the internet, on Facebook, and couldn't find anything.
I thought you were literally digging around, and I'm like, man, did you get blisters all over your hands?
No, but I thought I could have ended up in some very weird places too by digging around, but I didn't, thankfully.
Okay.
I found out there was the RVA Beard League, and RVA is only about 90 miles from us. And I was, that's a little too far. Traffic from here to RVA is terrible. So it's like, can't join that club. Let me reach out to these guys and just ask them for advice. Kind of did that.
And did Chad tell you to go jump off a bridge?
No, Chad didn't do that. Actually, Chad, he sent me this email that when RVA had first started, he kind of asked other clubs and their presidents for advice. And, this email he sent me was about 5 or 6 emails from guys like John Buckler, Paul Roof. I think maybe Brandon Biggins was in there from the Philly club at the time. And it was just kind of like a kind of a how-to, if you will. And kind of looked at that and got up with the guy who co-founded with me. His name's Kevin. He's no longer with the club. He kind of did that whole adult thing and had a kid and bought a house.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So adulting, what can I say? But
it takes too many beards too young.
Exactly. Now I'm still doing it somehow. I don't know how, but he was the graphic designer by trade. Kevin was. He made us a sweet logo. He made up some shirts, some stickers, because he had his own T-shirt business at one time, and we put it out on Facebook. And then from there, it just kind of took off, and here we are 5 years later.
And how many members would you say you have, other than the one between your legs?
Let's see. We have, I want to say about 12 members who I would say are
super involved.
Super involved, dedicated. And there's other ones who come around every now and then or at pub nights and the little less intensive things that we do. They may not be all the volunteer stuff. There are some of it, but we have about 10 that do the traveling and the volunteer stuff and all the grunt work of being in a beard club, if you will.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cause I mean, you have your, like who's all, do you have like a board in your club, like vice president and all that?
Yeah.
Hoopla.
So, we do. Our vice president is Eric Booyah, how some people know him. Booyah Cummings. Booyah Chops is also how he's known.
Oh.
Let's see. Treasurer is, I know, one of the favorites of yours that are running around, Charles Abadam.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, that guy. He won some American Mustache of the Year award last year or something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think I did hear something about that.
Yeah, I think like 600,000 votes or some crazy number like that.
I think it was fixed. He probably knows something about computers.
You know what it is? I think that somehow he got the entire nation of the Philippines to stuff that ballot box for him.
Yes, I was actually going to go there, but I didn't know if I wanted to throw the Philippines under the bus on that one.
Hey, they're not being thrown under the bus. They're great people. But
I know that, but I don't know if they want to take claim to Charles though.
After he won that, I was telling him, I told him that he's the second most famous Filipino after Manny Pacquiao.
Oh. I don't even know who that is. Is that a soccer player?
He's soccer. I think he might be a squash player from what I understand.
All right. Rugby. Who knows?
Yeah, right. Yeah, some of those sports. And then our secretary is Eric's wife, Paula. Previously serving in that role, it was Carla Grigg. Rob, from everyone who knows Rob and Carla. Yeah, Rob. Rob's actually my brother, and Carla was was the secretary at one time, and now she's kind of what's not a board position, but it's our competition committee. She's the head of that. I mean, she is the fine oiled machine that keeps us in our place and keeps everything organized, because if it wasn't for her, our competition would not be organized.
And, figure it, it's got to be a woman that keeps us all in our place and keeps everything running good.
Exactly.
You always got to have that one woman, and she's definitely she's a keeper. She's super nice. I've loved hanging out with her the few times I have. So you definitely got a bunch of really awesome people in your ranking positions for the club.
Yeah, and we haven't had too much turnover really in the last 5 years either. So it's a pretty good nucleus. We still do our elections, and everyone is typically happy with how everything is going. We're a club. Everyone has their disagreements, but we always work through them, and we come to the democratic solution to our problem. And I think being on 5 years and being relatively active in those 5 years, staying active is definitely a feather in our cap, because there's a lot of clubs I've seen just kind of fizzle out because they can't agree, or they can't keep people in leadership positions who want to do it, because at the end of the day, it can be a thankless job for the most part. But if you love doing it and have good people around you, it's a great thing to do.
Well, I thank you, Josh Kimm, for doing an awesome job and having such a great club.
Well, thank you. I'm going to try and keep it great.
That is, you're such a good guy, man. I love seeing you all the time. And it just breaks my heart that I can't spend it with you and Charles this weekend.
Yeah, well, it breaks our hearts too, but I think we'll all survive.
Yeah, I know. I think we'll see each other soon enough, though. It'll be, and it's like every time we see each other, it's like a moment has not passed in our lives, and we could just. That's what I notice about some of these guys that I'm friends with in the bearding community is like you can literally go a year or a year and a half and not see them, and it's like that instantaneous like bond when you see him again. It's like you don't even miss a beat. It was like you just saw each other the day before, and everything's that's what I love about it.
It's definitely like a reunion every time you see each other. It's just like you said, you don't miss a beat, and you just take up where you left off the last time you saw everybody, and it's something that says a lot about the people in the community, and it's something that not many other communities probably have that makes, the beard community special.
Yeah, because I would imagine, like, if you're a member of, like, the Ku Klux Klan or something like that, it probably isn't very much similar to a bearding club.
That probably not. I mean, not that I would know, but, I don't see any similarities at all.
Yeah, there's actually, I wouldn't even think there's that, because we don't even really know if they're men underneath those hoods.
That is true.
And if maybe some of them don't have beards, there's no comparison. So I picked a really bad one to compare.
You just made me think of a funny story though.
Oh, this sounds great.
So about, I don't know, what is this? It's the beginning of November, almost the middle. So about a month ago, it's down in Fayetteville, North Carolina at the Cape Beard Follicles of Freedom, the first ever Star Wars themed beard competition. They've been doing it the last 4 or 5 years, and go down there every year. It's like a 3-hour drive, and great, fantastic guys that go down there. Their club is just amazing, everything they do. And So we're all sitting there at the pre-competition lunch. We're hanging out. It's, me, Patrick Quinn, John Vire, Doug Cameron, just a bunch, guys you see all the time. And these people are kind of like walking around the restaurant, and we're sitting on this patio, and this older lady comes up and she sees all these guys with beards, and she's about to say something. You think it's going to be your typical, dynasty or, whatever stereotype. And she dropped the stereotype that I have never heard before. She goes, "Are you guys in the Klan?" I just kind of sat there and I was like, I'm going to let someone else answer this question. And Doug, Doug's never short on humor or answers.
Witty comeback.
Yeah, he answered. I don't exactly remember how he answered it, but I was just kind of like, this lady just asked if we were in the Klan.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, well, if we were and we were out in the middle of the day, would we admit it? I don't know, because I'm not in the Klan and never have been, never intend to be. But she literally asked that. And I was just kind of like, well, there's a first time for everything.
Wow. How old was she? Like 200?
No, she wasn't quite that old, but she was doing a high school reunion with a bunch of other white-haired people. So I think they said maybe her 50th high school reunion. So she was that close to 80?
Oh, wow.
That sounds about right.
Jeez.
Or no, 70? Close to 70? I'm not good at math, but somewhere in there. Not that old.
Holy crap. I'm not good at math either. That must be why we're such good friends.
Yeah, I'm terrible at math.
Math is stupid.
It is. I just know how to count my money. That's about it.
That's all you need to count. You need money to eat and drink and sleep.
Yep, that's about it. I mean, I count my money when it's leaving my pocket and paying bills.
That's right. So why Donegal? What's the story behind the Donegal? Where did the whole idea for that come? How much trial and error went into that?
So the idea, I first started, I was full beard styled mustache. I got irritated. If anyone really knows me, knows I don't have a lot of patience. So competition day, I would be doing my mustache. I wouldn't be cooperating. I just would lose my patience with it. Sometimes it might take, 10 minutes to do and I'm happy with it. Other times it might take, 2 hours to mess with and I'm unhappy with it. So finally, I was kind of like, I'm going to shave my mustache off. And the thought was I was going to compete in Donegal for a year and grow my mustache back at some point and go back to where I was. I just was unhappy with how my mustache was growing and how it looked and things like that. So shaved my mustache off and, placed here and there, but I was placing here and there as a full beard style stash guy, constantly placing behind Guido, it seemed like. And whilst I was mustacheless, my girlfriend decided that she liked me without a mustache. She used to say she hated the beard, and she was like, you know what? I like the beard. I hate the mustache.
Wow.
And the rest is history. I've stayed that way, and that's just what I am now. Except right now, I actually have a mustache.
I was gonna say, because I always tend to notice that you kind of go back and forth. Like when you compete, you definitely shave the mustache off, and you look great both ways. Like I always love seeing pictures of you. Like there's something about the Donegal guys, like you and Dave Gears. Like whenever you guys grow mustaches, it looks really good. I mean, it looks naturally good on you guys, but you both also look naturally good when you shave your mustaches off. You guys have that right beard to pull the Donegal off.
Yeah, and I
spit it out.
I typically, so I don't like it either. Either way, I'm fine with is what I should say. I'm good with a mustache, but if it's too long, it's a pain. It's a pain to eat. It's a pain to drink. It's all that stuff.
Yes. I hear you.
Right now, it's at that manageable length, my mustache is, where I don't have to worry about it. The plan is I'm going to grow my mustache and all that stuff out until the next competition that I'm competing in, which I don't think is until March. So I'm going to have this probably, if my girlfriend isn't talking me into shaving it, I'm going to have this burly mustache by the time it comes to shave it off. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I shave it, because I'm thinking about not shaving it right away.
Yeah, I'm in that little point right now where this is the longest I've ever gone with my mustache, and Aaron inspired me to do it because we were just, I just I love the way his goatee looks, and he's got that nice long mustache, and it just flows into his goatee. But I've always just been like real maintained on my mustache because, as you say, I hate, like, it's so difficult to eat things. I want to kiss my wife so bad, but I can't remember. It's probably been a good few months, but it's difficult to do things when you have that mustache. It just hangs right there, and it just hinders every good thing in your life.
I mean, everything. I'll never forget one of the times I realized my mustache was a lot longer than I'd ever anticipated was I stopped by McDonald's and, bought a 69-cent ice cream cone, and I'm driving my car and I'm eating this ice cream cone, and next thing I know, just
the ice cream cone was eating you.
My beard was just covered. It just was not a pretty sight. Like, it was the middle of the day and I'm driving down the street. I know people are probably looking over at me. I've got ice cream all over my face. I look like a toddler who just had I look like a toddler who just had their birthday cake and just, slung it around all over everywhere. And I was just, at that point, I was just like, man, this is some work and I cannot eat ice cream cones anymore. So I guess it's bowls for me from now on.
Yeah, Todd. Yeah, that's exactly the same. We have like a really good ice cream joint that's like about 200 yards from our house, and we'll walk over there like all summer long. And I still remember like the first time we went over there when we moved here, and I got an ice cream cone, and same thing. It was like everywhere. So then every time I go now, I have to get a stupid little cup with a stupid little spoon, and I have to spoon it into my mouth. And the problems and the troubles of beards and mustaches that we have to live with.
When I shaved my mustache off, I think that might have been one of the first things that I ate was an ice cream cone, because I was just like, fuck yes, I can do this now and not get it all over the place.
See, my first thing, as soon as I cut mine, it's going to be a bagel with cream cheese on it. Oh,
that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
Or another good thing to do once you cut it, I'm a barbecue guy, so I like barbecue. That's a messy thing to eat, but when you don't have a mustache, it becomes a lot less messy, and it's just fantastic. Or when you trim your mustache, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I always love that. Or like, I'm trying to think of another. Brushing your teeth too. That one's always a fun one. Because then you get like you're brushing your teeth, and next thing you know, like I got toothpaste like all up on my nose and stuff, and it's like all over my beard and all over my mustache. Maybe I'm just a sloppy toothbrusher.
Yeah, and there's just so many things we could talk. We could probably talk about this part all night.
Oh, we could actually. Maybe we'll just do another fun episode where we'll bring on a third guest, and then we can talk about how much we hate our mustaches.
It should be another Donegal guy, and then we can just really just, hammer how mustaches are terrible.
And a bunch of Amish guys. We can have them too. Now,
how are they going to call, though?
I'll invite one over. There's a lot of them around here. I'll bribe them with some, I don't know what they like. Cigarettes. I know they all smoke.
Fair enough.
But do you often get called Amish?
So I have gotten it all. I have, received throughout my life. I've been told that I look Jewish. Very dark hair, super dark beard. Jewish people themselves have said that I could go to Sabbath and fit right in, and no one would know the difference.
Oy vey.
My very Hebrew first name of Joshua.
Yes.
So
I think Kimm would be more of a dead giveaway that you were definitely Jewish.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean...
Or of Asian descent.
There's a story behind that, but I'll save that. I have received, Amish. I have received Jewish. Matter of fact, a Jewish one, to go back to that, I work in downtown Norfolk. It's not a sprawling metropolis by any means, but it's a decent, moderately sized downtown. Some big buildings down there. I work downtown, and I was walking back into my office one day from grabbing lunch or just walking around the city. And this guy just starts speaking to me. I'm like, what in the hell is he talking? Like, what is he saying? Like, I do not know this language. He gets kind of midway through what he's saying, and it springs on me. This dude is speaking Hebrew to me. He thinks I'm actually Jewish.
Oh, jeez.
So I just stand there and kind of listen to him, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not Hebrew. He goes, all right, brother. And then he just walks away.
Jeez.
I was like, all right, cool. I've received got this last year at our competition. I was staying at the hotel across from our competition. This was the next morning. Guy gets in the elevator. He kind of looks at me. I didn't think he was going to say anything. A lot of people just kind of look at me, got this big beard. I'm a bigger guy. People just look at me and I guess they're intimidated sometimes.
You make your own pants and your own clothes.
Yeah. This guy, looks at me and goes, "Are you ISIS?" "No, I'm not ISIS."
That was another question I wanted to ask you too.
I've literally got them all.
Yeah, see, I almost wonder, especially with the Donegal look or the full beard, shaved mustache look, and a lot of with what's going on in the world right now, and the terrorism that's going on, and a lot of the terrorists tend to have that same exact beard style. So, I mean, I would be sure you get more names called either terrorist or Amish, because that's more of a specific look to them, whereas a guy like me gets the ZZ Top and or Duck Dynasty, as opposed to you not getting that because you look more like those type and I look more like those type.
Yeah, I think there's probably more, and I hesitate to use the word profiling, but a little bit more beard profiling with someone with this style, actually. It's funny, when I flew to Austin.
Were your arms tired?
So no, they were not tired. Okay. I actually I was on Rumspringa that weekend. But when I've never gotten pulled out of line and gotten the extra TSA rub down. Never received that. On the way there, I got it. They said my crotch lit up like a hot spot, which yes, it does.
From time, not all the time.
Not all the time, but not that morning it should have. It did. I got the whole little pat down, whatever. I'm not bashful. Asked me if I wanted to go to a room. I said, no, you can do it right here. I have nothing to hide. On the way back, same thing happened. So I kind of thought and it was the exact same place that hit as a hot spot. I'm not smuggling anything in my pants other than what God gave me. So I don't understand how twice the exact same spot on me lit up and said I was smuggling something. I believe that they didn't like how I looked.
Well, hey, maybe that was it, and you're never gonna know.
I told them I wasn't bashful again, and I got the little extra rub down. So I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, well, take it when you can get it.
Exactly.
Especially when it's from the government. They don't really like to give too much stuff away for free.
Yeah, I figure my tax money pays those people. I might as well get a rub down.
That's right. Oof. I keep my mustache. That's another thing that I hate about my mustache. Every time I talk into my microphone, it gets hooked into the little windscreen. It gets pulled. Every now and then you hear this little sound like that. But I don't think you can hear it. But okay, so let's talk about the competition. Tell me about the competition, because this is why I really wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, so this is our 4th year doing it, and basically, the name Whiskers of War is a name we came up with because the Hampton Roads area is very, very rich in military tradition. Not many people know that the largest naval base in the world actually happens to be in Norfolk. The largest jet base is in Virginia Beach, Oceana, is the name of the base. There's a plethora of other bases here. Fort Story, Fort Eustis, Langley.
Base.
I mean, yeah, that's here too. I mean, there's literally everything you can think of as far as military goes.
Is first base there and second base?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
That's at Harbor Park. That's right by my house.
Oh, sweet.
Right down the street. I can take a train there, actually. But so we kind of, wanted to pay homage to that with the name, just kind of fit what we are doing. Our trophies are always some sort of inert grenade. The grenades have been on everything from chains with, handgun shell casings on there. They've been on their own custom built bases. They're painted, gold, silver, and bronze, first, second, and third. They have dog tags attached to them that kind of say where you place, what category. And I think that's a big thing that people look forward to are the grenade trophies. We have the biggest best in show trophies. They're easily over, I'm 6'4". They're usually about as tall as I am. They're really hard to get back. You can just ask anyone who's won them. Rachel had to bring hers all the way back to Ohio last year, so you can ask her how that went. She got it back. I think they had to take it apart. As far as everything else, we have pinup girls on stage, kind of like ring card girls. This year, we're introducing something new. For the Whiskerinas, we decided, let's give them something to look at. We actually have a couple of pro wrestlers, local pro wrestlers, of tag team called Noise Pollution, Mad Max and Rock Richards. They're going to be our ring card guys, and they're going to be in their wrestling attire. Our judges are Rachel Iammarino from your club, Ryan Shibley, DC, Chad Roberts, and a local barber that's pretty much, the club. I almost say he's a club barber. Not everyone goes to him, but Big John is what he goes by. He cuts a lot of our hair, and that's kind of our competition in a nutshell. The venue is right on Virginia Beach. It's one street. It's on the other side of the street from the ocean. The host hotel is directly across the street from the venue. You can come to our competition, park your car Friday night, walk to the pre-party, walk back to your hotel, and the next day walk to the competition, literally 500 feet, and walk back after the competition 500 feet.
That's what I call an awesome setup for like the whole entire weekend. And especially with all the really awesome restaurants and cool places that check out, like down the whole strip down there is really awesome. I mean, that's why I say I'd love to go, because it's like when we went to Detroit, it was, we got to the hotel and then we like literally had like almost a 15-minute shuttle ride to get there. And then, they were only running shuttles for a certain amount of time. So everyone was getting worried that not everyone was going to make it there. And, so I love the fact that you're like, bam, you're out the door and you're in the venue, out the door into the pre-party or whatever. Or like, if you want to go bum around on Saturday afternoon, I mean, there's so many awesome things to do in the town right there.
Yeah. When we came up with the idea of the competition, it was, let's make this competition a destination competition. In November, the weather here it can range. The weather here, literally can be in November 75, 80 degrees, or it can be 55, 60 degrees and still be beautiful. I mean, I think this week coming up, Friday and Saturday, that 55, 60 kind of range, which is fantastic. You're not getting in the ocean though, unless you're absolutely crazy.
Or if you're Rocky.
Or if you're right. Well, he's kind of crazy though too. But we've had years when it's been 75 degrees and people have come from Michigan and Ohio and stuff like that. That's beach weather to some of you guys.
Yeah, it is.
To us, we're like, man, that's cold. What the hell are you doing? But for people up north, that's beach weather, and we really tried to make it a destination. And our host hotel, it's a Comfort Inn, and they're kind of middle of the road hotels, but this Comfort Inn, because it's in Virginia Beach on the strip, it's a little bit of a higher end Comfort Inn, if that makes any sense at all. All the rooms are suite style, so there's little microwaves, little refrigerators, a little living area with a couch and a TV, and then the bedroom is separate.
And there's little people running around inside there.
There is, it's just amazing that all these little people can run this big hotel. But really, there's an indoor pool. It's a fantastic hotel, and it's a really good rate for anybody coming from out of town. It's only $80 a night.
Damn, that is nice, because when we come like during the summertime when it's season, we're paying like close to $200 a night.
So the other reason for doing it in November is at the oceanfront, those businesses are more starved for business than anybody else in the city, because they rely so much on
summer traffic.
Exactly, the tourist economy. We're providing that for them. We find that everybody that we talk to down there about this event on this weekend is more than accommodating, because we are making them a bunch of money typically when they would not be making money.
Now, see, that's a good aspect that I don't think a lot of I don't know. I can't speak for a lot of clubs, but I like the fact that you're paying attention to your local economy and trying to strategize your events to, like you're saying, that have it at that time of year, so you can help out these businesses make a little bit more money on a slow weekend when they're not going to normally have. and the way you set everything up is just there's a good strategy to it, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and we, from the time this club started, I've tried to keep as much stuff as local as I possibly could. That was something that kind of, looking at RVA and kind of talking to them, something I kind of picked up from them. They keep a lot of their stuff local. Everything that they do, they keep within Richmond or, the surrounding area. And to be a club in your community, I think that it's beneficiary to be local, because I look at it as, if we scratch their back, somewhere down the line, they'll scratch ours.
Oh, yeah.
And it's something that we have quite a bit of resources here to do that. And it's a great thing to also support local business, regardless if they ever pay us back or not. It just, keeping that money in your community is fantastic. Supporting local business, small business is fantastic. And it's something that we've always definitely, like I said, tried to do. Even our charity for the competition is called Vetshouse, and they're a local charity out of Virginia Beach that's a 12-month program to help homeless veterans get them back on their feet, provide them shelter, help them with job training, just getting them reacclimated to society. And, we wanted to make a difference in our community, and we found out that charity, Veterans, which is a big part of our area, like I said, our competition pays homage to that. And, they just fit what we were doing. They fit what we were looking for. And they've been fantastic to work with and support, and they're definitely appreciative of it. The first year we didn't, use them as our charity to support. We used another local military charity, and they weren't very supportive. They didn't seem grateful for what we were doing. And Vetshouse has always been grateful and always supported us, to support them, and recognized us as well. And it's just been a great relationship with them.
Now, how about a ballpark of how much you guys have raised for them over the few years?
So this will be our third year with them, I believe. So we've raised about $9,000 for them over the last 2 years.
Awesome.
Strictly from the competition. And I honestly expect to do more than what we did last year. And last year was about $5,000. I think $5,125 that we raised. I expect to eclipse that this year. Not sure by how much, but just looking at pre-registers, and if those, people show up like they're supposed to, if they've already bought tickets, we're off to a great start. We already have, a corporate partner who's given us $1,000. Matter of fact, I'll say who it is. It's Steel Chainsaws. They have a big manufacturing facility here, and one of our guys has worked there for 10 years, and they do a lot in the community. And they've already, taken $1,000 and donated it in our name to Vetshouse. And we're going to count that towards our goal. And, we're already, $4,000 away from topping what we did last year. I definitely think we can do that.
That makes me want to go out and buy one of their chainsaws now.
Hey, you should. It supports our economy when you buy one of those. You buy one, someone else has got to make one.
I know. Just how indirectly the world works. How if I bought a chainsaw here up in Ohio, the money filters down to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a good thing, and we're extremely. This is the most they've ever done, but I think this is the second or third year that they've done this for us, and each year it's been a little bit more money. So they're definitely fantastic company, and if it wasn't for Tommy Bill in our club, or T Bill as a lot of people know him, that wouldn't have happened. So it just goes to show that everyone in the club, regardless if they have a position or not on the board, everyone serves a purpose. No one job is greater than the other. And, him just working there and putting the word out about us in our competition got us $1,000, toward our charity.
Wow. I like that. I like hearing stories like that. That's really cool. So tell, how about any other sponsors you guys have?
Yeah, so we've a lot of our sponsors this year. Some are local, some are beer companies that some of you guys who are going to listen might know, or that you might know, Scott.
Yes, I'm looking right at the list right now.
Yeah, so I have it right in front of me. We have Wild Hair, Jackalope brand. DC is one of our sponsors. DC, what can I say about him? He's a great guy. We love DC. He's one of our judges this year too, so go figure. We have Mountain Man Oils, Guido. Love Guido. He's probably one of my favorite people around. Always has a great story. Is always, he's Guido. He's fucking Guido.
Yeah.
Intracoastal Expedited, Rob Scheiber, my brother. He actually works there, so he kind of talked to his boss, got us that sponsorship.
Cool.
80/20 Burger Bar. They're our pub night hosts. Been fantastic partners of ours. This kind of goes back to the supporting local businesses. We go there every third Tuesday, buy hamburgers, buy alcohol, hang out, talk to Jamie and his bartending staff and his waiters and waitresses. Great relationship we have with them. I cannot say enough about them. And if anyone's ever in the area, Scott, you come here, you ever find yourself in Norfolk, I suggest you go to this place, 80/20 Burger Bar.
Yeah, no, and I know you and I talked, I think it was last year at the Pittsburgh competition. I was telling you about like all the places that we went to down there. And I remember you saying, next time you go down there, I got all the places you can go to.
I mean, it's, and next time you're here, I will really suggest that. Go to downtown Norfolk one night. There's so much that is going on in downtown Norfolk that has changed in the last 2 years as far as restaurants and things like that go. You cannot steer yourself wrong there. But, I'll regress on that a little bit more about our sponsors. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. This place is awesome. They are a place where you can bring your car to work on it, and they provide you with all the tools and everything you need to work on your car.
Oh, wow.
And the inside is they have like 5 or 6 different bays. You can rent one with a lift. I mean, they literally have everything for you. It's clean. It's spotless. I mean, the people Steve, who owns the place, nice guy. I just emailed this guy on a whim, told him what we were doing, and he jumped right in and was like, I want to sponsor this. I want to be a part of this.
That's cool.
And
I love hearing those stories about the people that get excited about what we're doing.
Yeah. We had never met him, and I was like, I need to meet this guy. I need to go thank him in person. So my vice president, Eric, and I, we went and hung out with him for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. He told us about his shop. We talked about, cars. It was the most awesome place. As a matter of fact, Eric has actually been there and worked on his stepdaughter's car there. And he was just like, that is the best place. I'm never going to work on my car in my yard ever again.
Wow.
Beard Splitters, it's a local company. As them being one of our sponsors, they're a local company in one of the malls that sell beard products and shave products. This guy Jeffrey, we did not know anything about him. He knew about us, and he came to us and said, hey, I want to be a part of this. I want to sponsor it. And we found out what his business was. It was definitely,
perfect fit.
It was a match. Yeah, perfect fit. And he has his own product, his own line of beard oils called Bad News Beard Oils or something along those lines. Exactly don't remember. It's Bad News Beard Oil and Balm or something like that that he makes, and he carries Grave Before Shave products in his place, and awesome selection of stuff that he has, even for people who shave. I don't know why they would shave, but he's got products for that.
Well, you shave your mustache.
I do shave my mustache, but I don't need expensive. I can just use a little cheap Bic for that. I'm kind of cheap, so I'm not gonna buy those expensive razors just to shave a mustache. Once every like 2 months.
Yeah. You just go to a barber and he can just cut it off for you.
Yeah, that's typically what I do. My barber's Big John, who's judging. I mean, I trust that guy with my beard all the time. So. Like I said, almost all these sponsors are local. We have some more For You by Q, which is Suzanne Cunningham, DC's wife, her company. She makes fantastic, accessories for women. She's actually going to be vending at the competition. So, we like to make sure the women are taken care of at our competition. That's why we have wrestlers on stage for them to look at.
Yeah.
That's why we have Suzanne here. So she, they can buy some stuff, or the guys who are there, because let's face it, mostly guys are there.
Yeah,
they're gonna want to buy their girlfriend or wife something to kind of win some brownie points back for being out drinking PBRs all night, hanging out with their friends.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing too, is you got to think about this. Most of the bearded guys are either coming with their wives or their girlfriends, and you got a few straggler girls that are coming in to check out what's going on. So you got to accommodate everyone at a mostly male-dominated event. You know, it's not like the Whiskerinas are using product or anything other than I'm sure you could probably have like a table full of like crafts and stuff that they could use to make beards, like glue guns you could sell. Oh, that's a good idea. The Whiskerina glue gun collection.
Whiskerina, branded glue guns. That is a good idea. Now, you better trademark that because, someone's going to listen to this and be like, you know what?
I'm going to start
that Scott guy.
Shit. Well, at least give me credit. You can keep all the money and everything, but just let me know that you got it from me if someone does steal that. Cause
just take some royalties. Just be like, you want 5%. I don't think anyone paid that. Speaking of Whiskerinas, they're another one of our sponsors. They're sponsoring the creative category. Like I said, we like to make sure that the Whiskerinas are well represented at our competition. The women are represented, and they kind of fit that. We also have something else that is, I think, unique to any competition is world famous Blue Horseshoe Tattoo. They are actually going to have their mobile tattoo studio parked out back of the competition.
Wow.
And they are also a sponsor. We had them last year. They are doing tattoos and piercings, just small flash tattoos. They're going to have a sheet up, between, everything's between $50 and $100. And it's tattoos at a competition. You're waiting to go up on stage or, you're there early. Hey, go get a little tattoo. Go get the ultimate souvenir of the weekend.
Yeah,
a tattoo.
Absolutely.
And we bring it to you. So
get a tattoo of Josh Kimm's face on your arm.
That would be a big tattoo and that would take a long time.
Oh yeah. Well, it's mostly your beard though.
That's true. They could just do like a silhouette. They could do that. That'd be cool. Back Bay Photography. They are our photographer every year. Supporters of ours forever. Fantastic group. Who else do we have? Hopkins Discount Bail Bonds.
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
So you've been to Virginia Beach. You've seen the signs that say no cursing.
Oh, I don't remember that, but
how have you never seen that?
Are they like down the side of the street?
Kind of. There's like a circle with the red bar through it. It's got like the different, punctuation marks to make it look like cursing. And it says no cursing.
Surprised my wife did not get arrested down there when we were there.
So, yeah, there's a saying about Virginia Beach, come on vacation, leave on probation. Our goal is if you do get arrested, not saying you will, we have a bail bondsman that will help you. That's why they're a sponsor. Not saying anything about the crowd that comes to beard competitions at all, but hey, things happen.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like terribly bad happen at a comp. I mean, other than a couple people yelling at each other, and that's about the extent of what I've ever seen.
Oh, I've only seen a fight one time. One person ended up in casino jail, but that was once. It's the only time I've been to so many competitions that over 30, I would guess. It seems about right. I don't keep track. I've only seen a fight one time. So,
well, then if something happens at your place, you got a couple wrestlers that'll take them down.
Yeah, and we have some beefy gentlemen in our club too, so we can dispatch of it rather quickly.
Yeah.
One dapper MFer or the one dapper motherfucker, Rob Schieber. It can be pronounced either way. He's sponsoring the freestyle category. If you've seen him do freestyle, you would understand how he got this nickname. His picture after Austin was all over the place in his blue and silver sequin suit.
Yep.
That's why he's the one dapper MFer. And then Native Beard Co. is our last sponsor. They are a military or veteran-owned and operated beard care company that just has some fantastic stuff. I was checking out their stuff on their website the other day, and they had stuff that I didn't know they had. A bunch of different kind of T-shirts that are really cool, and they'll also be vendors as well. And I'm excited to see what they're going to bring because they kind of just they're sponsoring a red, white, and beard category. So that kind of getting off track a little bit. That is a category only for active duty or military veterans. We limit it to them. Any facial hair is valid in that category. And it's our category to recognize those who served and those who do serve and kind of give them their just due on this night. And they're the reason why we have this freedom to have beard competitions and hang out with our friends, and Native Beard Company is sponsoring that category.
And I love that that's the the direction you guys went with your competition. I mean, like you say, there's a huge military presence in your area. So, and when you have a huge presence of military guys, you're definitely going to have a huge presence of veterans and guys that have been recently out, and just that's where they live. That's where they've lived. That's where they've spent most of their life, and they just kind of stick around the area. So you guys are doing a really great service for your community, helping these guys out. And I just like the fact that it's specific to your area, so it works really good. And I just wish more charities kind of like a lot. And I'm not saying I don't want to kind of pick or nitpick or say they're not doing good things, but I don't know. There's a lot of clubs that do a lot of things for like animals and all that stuff. And it's like sometimes I wish that some of them would like look a little bit more deeper into their community to find other charities that would be more suiting, or you could help a lot more than the animals and stuff like that. And I know it's kind of coming off and sounding like I'm bitching about it, but I'm not. I'm just saying that I just realized that the thought you guys put into realizing the people in your community that needed help, and you're reaching out to them.
Yeah, it's something that so it's kind of funny. A couple years, maybe about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now, we're kind of around the same time. Our competition obviously is on Veterans Day this year. It's always whatever weekend is closest to Veterans Day. A couple years ago,
so you guys are landing it on Veterans Day this year.
On Veterans Day this year, totally, awesome.
Good job.
Yeah. So it's the governor kind of said, we're going to end veteran homelessness, and that is a bold statement to make. It's something that you cannot eliminate homelessness. I don't care what you do, because there's just some people who choose to live that way. And we started talking to Smitty, who runs Vetshouse, and he's been doing this for, I think 25 years. He's been the head of this organization, and he did 5 tours in Vietnam. And he gives it to you how it is. He's a no bullshit kind of guy. And he kind of was like, that's a fantastic statement to make. And, I applaud what the state of Virginia is doing for veterans homelessness. He's like, but you'll never be able to eliminate veterans homelessness. There's no way. It's impossible. And come to find out, just in talking to him, Vetshouse as an organization receives no federal or state funding or funding from the Department of Defense for their organization. They don't want to receive it, because when you receive funding from any government organization, you have to play by their rules. You have to do
what they tell you to, how you have to spend that money.
Exactly. And Smitty, he doesn't want to do that. He has I don't want to say a proven method, but he has a method that's worked for them. And also the issue is you have to take in whoever they send you, and you cannot kick them out. And part of the success that they have is him being a no bullshit guy. He takes no bullshit off of anybody. If you screw up, he has rules. He will boot you out of the program, because if you really want it, you're not going to be disrespectful to him or the other people in there, and you're going to do what you're there to do. Part of being in this house is a sober living facility, no drugs, no alcohol. You break those rules, you're done. And being with the government giving you funding, it's hard to enforce things like that. And we totally believe in what Smitty and Vetshouse do, and they're not getting funding. So that's kind of where partially we step in to help them out and make sure our community, gives back to people who have, given to us.
You're a good man. You have a big heart there, Josh Kimm.
I try to.
Man, now I wish I was really coming more, because I'd really like to. I mean, can people make donations or anything? Like, just
yeah. So our PayPal would be the best way to do that. Our club PayPal is hrbeardandstache@gmail.com, I believe. I'm always terrible at how it's worded. I can give it to you, and you can put it,
I will put it in my show notes.
Yeah, I'll give it to you, because that'll be the best way. I think what I have given might be factually incorrect. But but PayPal is the best way. Or, if someone just wants to donate to Vetshouse, it does not have to be in our name. If you look up Vetshouse Inc. in Virginia Beach, you will find them. And I'm not exactly sure how they would accept donations, but I'm pretty sure if someone wanted to write them a check or do something like that and mail it to them, they would be more than happy with that. And any amount counts. I mean, if someone wants to write a check for, $5 and send it, they will take it. I mean, every little bit helps, and it helps get these people in the right direction and moving to where they should be. And it's just, like I said, it's a fantastic organization and what they do. And, we couldn't be more proud than to be affiliated with them and helping them out.
All right. Well, I will have links to all the proper places, and I will put a link to their website. I will put a link to the Hampton Roads Beard and Stache Society website. I will put all the information about the competition on the blog too as well, and in the show notes for the podcast. Is there any other websites or any other places you would like people to check out more information about you guys?
No, I mean, our website, Facebook page, I'll give you all that. That would really be covering all of our bases. That's where that's our bread and butter right there.
Okay. Well, is there any other parting words, Mr. Kimm?
No, I hope to see everybody out. If you cannot make it this year, definitely come next year. Next year is our 5th year, and we're going to do some special stuff next year, I think. It's already been talked about.
Fireworks?
That would be sweet, but we don't want a great white incident like in Rhode Island.
Yes.
We don't want that. And the place where we do our competition is kind of similar to that. It's like a venue upstairs, and there's like one stairway out. And
Shaka's Club? Be good. Is that what it's called?
Shaka's, yep. It's a good little concert venue. They have all kinds of people come through there now. It went from being a kind of a nightclub, a dance club, into being a concert venue. They're fantastic to us. They're another group we couldn't do this without them, honestly. There's a lot of places that, we could do our competition, but they treat us, like gold, and we're definitely indebted to them for that. But next year, 5th year, we're talking about some fun stuff. One of the things we're talking about doing is definitely people in the club dressing formal. I'll just put it that way. The whole, let's just think of it, the whole like grand affair. Let's put it that way.
Like a ball.
We don't want to,
not that fancy.
We don't want people to feel excluded. So I don't know if we will put it out to everybody, but it's been talked about next year, everyone who's in the club, being fresh, if you will, and looking good.
Ooh.
So
that means showering.
It definitely means showering. Well, not jumping in the ocean right before the competition and changing clothes. But yeah, that might be our theme. I know our theme might be, if you want to come next year, it's the 5th year, the Grand Affair, and you want to wear your best Dumb and Dumber suit with your friends. You one in the blue, one in the orange. Well, it'll be more than welcome.
Okay, now not to change topics here, but I also know I remember discussing something with you last year when we talked, and there's another event that you guys do is it February?
So that was the Polar Plunge. We're actually changing gears this year from that. We had tremendous.
Too many people got sick?
No, actually everyone lived. No one got frostbite either. We had tremendous success with that. The 4 years that we did it. We partnered with the Fredericksburg Beard Coalition, Nova Beards, Richmond, and we cumulatively raised in those 4 years over $20,000 for the Special Olympics.
Oh wow!
It was truly something that was awesome to do. Just kind of run its course. Interest has waned a little bit between all the clubs. Interest has waned in our club, and it's going to Special Olympics will take they'll miss some money from us, unfortunately, but the Polar Plunge raises over $1 million for them every year for the Special Olympics of Virginia. So, we might be stepping away. Someone else will fulfill that need. And we're going to look into doing something else this year. We've talked about doing some sort of chili cook-off or bowl-a-thon.
Bowling's always fun.
Bowling, you can always get alcohol involved, and that's always just a great time. And no one hates bowling, really, because I think most people are not really that good. And if you are, cool, you're good at bowling. It's like being good at bearding. It's just, okay, cool.
Yeah, we're actually getting together for our 3rd annual bowling comp, which is against it's the Beards of the Old Northwest versus the Steel City Beard and Mustache Club out of Pittsburgh, and then the Rust Belt Whiskers Society out of Youngstown. So we do every year for the past 3 years, we get together on one night. We mix everyone all up on different lanes, and we all bowl against each other, and we have everyone collect toys for Tots, and then we just party all night long. It's a really good. Every year we just keep bringing in more toys and more toys and more toys, and it's like we have a humongous like tables just full of heaping piles of toys, and it feels so good to do. You know, you're having a fun time with your friends that you know, and you don't have to like be worried about a competition anymore. It's just like a hangout, and you know that's what's cool about it. So, and you're doing something good.
And that's what I think we're leaning towards the bowling thing. And kind of, you know, I've kind of talked to RVA and Nova about it a little bit. I think that's where we're headed. You know, I've known that you guys have done that. I've heard, you know, Rachel and Rocky and some of the Steel City guys talk about that before. And it just seems like a good time. And it brings all the clubs together in Virginia that we don't get together often outside of competitions. You know, every now and then it happens. But this will be something that we can do to get everyone together and you know, change gears from the Special Olympics and raise money, you know, doing something that's out of the norm that we've never done before, and try something new for us.
But it's good that you're still wanting to do things and make a difference.
Yep. And the day I don't want to do it is probably the day I shouldn't be in charge anymore.
And then that's going to be the day you shave everything off.
Probably not, because I'd have to shave every day if I want to stay clean shaven. It's just not worth that much work.
Yeah. Well, that is true. But you never know. Maybe you could just get electrolysis.
Yeah, no. That seems like too much money. I'm really cheap, so that won't happen.
All right, Josh. Well, I guess we'll leave it on that note. But I'm so very happy that you took this hour out of your evening to talk with me about all this stuff. And once again, I apologize that I'm not going to be able to make it down this weekend. My heart and soul will be there, but my body will still be in Ohio. I wish you guys great success, great fun. Have a beer for me. And, congratulations on five years of having a great club.
Yeah. And, you know, it sucks you can't make it, but I definitely appreciate you giving us time. I'm glad we could hook up, even though we couldn't in Detroit. And I'm glad you had a good time without me there. And, we'll see each other down the road.
All right, Josh. Well, thank you again. And like I said, all the important links will be in the show notes, and anyone can check out more information about the Hampton Roads Beard and Stache Society and all the cool things that they're doing throughout the year. So thank you again, Josh.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you.
All right, buddy. Bye.
And thank you, Josh. That was awesome of you to spend that hour with me. Even though I just told you that a bunch of times at the end, I thought I would share it with you one more time, because I am very grateful for your time, and I am very grateful for your time, and I am very grateful for what you're doing for the homeless veterans in the Hampton Roads area. So if I was anywhere near you right now, I would be giving you a big hug. But thank you again. We greatly appreciate all you're doing for the bearding community and what you've done for your town and your local businesses. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about helping people out. So, speaking of helping people out, if by some chance we're about halfway through our No Shave November, and of course, you're halfway through your first month. So right about now, you're probably experiencing some sort of really annoying itch in your beard and dry skin and flakiness. So if you're looking for a new product, I might suggest CanYouHandlebar.com to go check out a bunch of their cool products, which will help you with your dry skin, which they will help you with the itch, and it will help you with the flaking. It's just all natural stuff that's good for your skin, good for your hair, and good for your health. So you can go to CanYouHandlebar.com, type in coupon code TBM15 at checkout to get 15% off. And like I said, start using those products now to help your beard look good and stay healthy and help tame it and control it. So that's what you want to do if you want to end up having a really nice beard. So no shave November. Take advantage of this. Come on, guys. Just do it. TBM15 at checkout, canyouhandlebar.com. And that's about it. So I want to thank everyone for checking the show out. This is, we got my birthday coming up this week. Yeah. So one thing I may ask, since I know everyone wants to give me a wonderful birthday and they want to do something super awesome for me for my birthday, you can go out and I'll give you two options. You can go on iTunes, you can give me a rating or review and subscribe to the podcast, or make sure you make a post on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, wherever you prefer, to have someone check out thebeardcaster.com and check the podcast out. So that's all I want for my birthday. That's all I'm asking for. So if you guys can do that for me, I would be so grateful to you. And on that note, I guess we'll just wrap this one up because it was a good one. I feel just like my heart's full of love. Right now it's like it's blood actually pumping through my system. So, all right. We'll catch you next week. Share with a friend. Thank you so very much. And we'll talk to you. Ciao.